last season, when the members of the Underground were finally able to successfully defeat Zeus, the Oracle went on to reveal a brand new character known as the Wanderer.
The Wanderer draws near.
They were essentially described as one of the most powerful beings in all of the Fortnite universe. And then when Chapter 5 Season 3 released, got our very first look at this mysterious character, but only in the form of some sprays you were able to find across the island. Over the last few days, a bunch of Fortnite players have actually reported discovering the Wanderer actually on the Chapter 5 Season 3 island. Today, we're not only going to be tracking them down, but also fighting them and defeating them. But first, if you don't hit the thumbs up button on this video, exactly 111 days, whenever you log on to Fortnite, this'll happen. No! If you do hit the thumbs up button on this video, exactly 111 days, when you log on to Fortnite, this will be waiting for you. Choice is all yours, so choose carefully. Ladies and gentlemen, we've wasted too much time. We have a ton of awesome stuff to cover right here in this video, including finding and defeating the brand new Wanderer character. Let's get into it. Now, super quickly, before we jump in game and fight the Wanderer, first things first, as we all know, last week, Fortnite introduced a brand new game mode known as Fortnite OG Reload. It's essentially a mini version of Fortnite OG that'll stay in Fortnite forever. Even introduced a brand new ability to respawn whenever you die. The release of this mode has been an absolute smashing success. It literally has more players than the normal Battle Royale version of Fortnite. Many people think Fortnite Reload is essentially its own standalone mode. No connection to the Fortnite storyline. That's not true at all, and there are some absolutely massive teasers on this island that very few people have noticed. Now, we'll start off with the most obvious one. It's actually located right outside of the Tilted Towers location, where if you actually go right outside this little cliff, see a bunch of construction markers set up behind it, you're actually able to see one of those very mysterious bunkers from Chapter 1. A lot of people didn't know this, but when these bunkers were originally added to the game years ago, truth about them was revealed in the Fortnite Batman 0 Point comics. They went on to use the bunkers to access the center of the island, also known as the bridge. We actually got to see as a location on the previous Imposters map. Then with the release of Fortnite Chapter 2, more of these exact same mysterious bunkers could be discovered across the island. This time around, their purpose was totally different, and instead, the bunkers were actually connecting us to the other side of the Fortnite island that was later revealed to be the Chapter 3 map. The bunker here in Fortnite Reload is totally different. Will actually do something we've never seen before ever in Fortnite. Let me explain. All of this actually starts out with the Hope character, aka the leader of the Underground faction, but up until this point has basically spent the entirety of Chapter 5 Season 3 doing her best to collect all of these missing gemstones for that piece of Pandora's box. As we know, each one of these gemstones actually display a mysterious constellation. One of those are way more important than the others, being the one you're able to see on your screen right now. It's believed that this constellation is teasing the return of the Ego faction, as it basically matches up perfectly with the bottom part of their logo. I've seen numerous teasers in previous Fortnite live events, saying that the Ego faction actually exists outside of the Fortnite loop, or at least located somewhere in the center of the island, since we were literally able to see the Ego logo sitting on a coffee cup in Agent Jones' office during the Device live event. All of this basically implies that the reality we're experiencing in Chapter 5 Season 3, as well as Fortnite Reload, are essentially directly connected. The leading theory here is if we're not successful in defeating and conquering the Wanderer, our only chance at survival will be to go through the center of the island, all the way to the other side, which is the Fortnite Reload map. We'll then get to experience Fortnite OG, but in Chapter 2, which has already been in the works for approximately the last 6 months. Don't worry, coming up next, we're gonna defeat the Wanderer. But first, ladies and gentlemen, when Fortnite Chapter 5 first released, one of the biggest additions in the brand new chapter was obviously the addition of a new vehicle that technically wasn't a new vehicle at all. I'm actually talking about the train. It would randomly roam around the island and would even have a capture point that would grant you a bunch of loot. Ultimately, this was a cool idea, but everyone got bored of it pretty quickly, so nobody was too disappointed when Chapter 5 Season 3 came out. The train itself was permanently out of commission. Originally, we all thought it was the massive sandstorm that destroyed the train, since after all, you're literally able to see a massive pile of sand sitting on top of it. The truth is, there's one character on the Fortnite island that caused it to be destroyed. Now, you probably think I'm talking about the Wanderer, because after all, they are incredibly evil, and we're literally able to see them spray painted on the side of the train, but it actually has nothing to do with the Wanderer whatsoever. Instead, all of this has to do with the insurance company here in Fortnite. It goes by the name No Sweat Insurance. Not only does Epic Games always bring back No Sweat Insurance for each year's summer event, they also bring back one super sketchy insurance agent, goes by the name the Underwriter. Don't forget that the Underwriter was essentially the one responsible for scaring Lil Whip off of the Fortnite island, all because Lil Whip decided to make his own rap album, and he went and got No Sweat Insurance to invest to. However, the album itself was a total failure. The Underwriter began doing everything in his power to get his money back from Lil Whip, he just didn't have, so he disappeared from the island for good. Coming up here in a few more weeks, this year's summer event is finally going to begin, and the Underwriter is already set to be returning as an NPC. And take a look at his character description. It literally says, No Sweat Insurance is happy to provide a policy that works for you, and you'd better stay paid up After all, you wouldn't want to end up like the train, basically implying that no sweat insurance played a bigger role in the sandstorm and actually disabling the thing. Reason for this has to be because most of the islanders were using the train to get around the map, which means that they weren't really driving cars, aka the thing that insurance companies make the most money from. I definitely think the Underwriter is one of the most underrated villains we have here in Fortnite, and also probably the closest to a villain in real life. But that's what I'm messing around. It's time for the moment you've all been waiting for, because ever since Pandora's box arrived and opened on the island back in Chapter 5 Season 1, the most evil thing it released onto the Fortnite island wasn't just the evil Greek gods like we all thought, but instead something much more evil and powerful, known as the Wanderer. And when Chapter 5 Season 3 released, we finally got our first look at this character that's essentially wearing this massive, mysterious, dark cloak. You were able to find a bunch of sprays showing this character scattered across the Fortnite island. Now, even though this week was the very first week, players are actually able to find the Wanderer on the map. They've actually been on the island throughout the entire season. The whole reason we know this is thanks to NPCs on the island, like the Rust character, because whenever you go up and interact with them and ask him if he's seen anything strange, he goes on to mention that a mysterious character matching the Wanderer's description has repeatedly been spotted on the Fortnite island. These special interactions have been in the game since basically this season release, implying that the Wanderer has actually been right in front of our eyes the entire time. And this week they finally appeared. Randomly, players literally all across the entire globe noticing the Wanderer popping up on their screens in a bunch of different matches. At first, for some reason, whenever a player gets even remotely close to this character, they end up totally disappearing and vanishing. That wasn't until today, where we're now able to finally fight against the Wanderer. But first, ladies and gentlemen, the mystery about the Wanderer's true identity has finally been solved. To understand who it is, we actually need to go all the way back to Chapter 4, Season 1, where the Oathbound faction began working on constructing this brand new thing known as the Riftgate. The whole reason this thing was constructed is in order to put an end to somebody known as the Shapeless Man that had been appearing in the Riftward and Stellan's dream. He went on to say that if we're not successful in constructing the Riftgate, the Shapeless Man would be released onto the Fortnite island. From here, a mysterious character actually ended up sabotaging the Riftgate, changing the coordinates, so once it was finally activated, it ended up bringing in the Mega City point of interest, which apparently caused the Shapeless Man to be released into the Fortnite universe. I'm sure you can see where this is going. It is believed that the Shapeless Man is actually the same person as the Wanderer here on the Chapter 5 Season 3 island. Who the Shapeless Man is was actually also revealed by Riftward and Stellan. He went on to say that the Shapeless Man always imagined a world of perfect order. Could sound very familiar because there's one character in Fortnite we've heard that exact same thing from, actually being Geno himself in the Fortnite and Marvel comics. Because don't forget, at the end of the comics, Geno himself actually ended up entering the Zero Point, which caused him to essentially be broken up among numerous different realities. So it makes sense that when Geno finally returned to the island, it would be in the form of a totally shapeless man. But now it's time to defeat the Wanderer. Here we go, drop it into a game. Now, finding the Wanderer to fight him can be a little bit of a chore. There are a few different locations he can spawn at. First things first, we're gonna check this gas station right outside of the lake. Fortunately, it doesn't seem like he spawned here. Don't worry, because we've narrowed it down. Next thing, all we need to do, hop in a car and drive it to this little train station. We do need to be quick, because if he's not located here, there is still one other location that we'll need to check. Doesn't seem like the Wanderer spawned here either. It isn't bad news, because that just means the Wanderer is at his very final location. It's located on top of the snowy mountain known as Coastal Comms. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, I found him. Oh my goodness. So there he is, the Wanderer himself, looking absolutely horrifying. Now keep in mind, the Wanderer doesn't spawn here each and every single game. So if you want to find him, make sure you check all those different locations we visited earlier in the game. We don't want to get too close to him because as soon as we do, he'll fully disappear. But I do want to try my absolute best to eliminate him. So come here. Oh my goodness. Apparently this means the Wanderer himself is currently invincible. Whoa, now he literally totally disappeared. That's insane. Check this out, right? Coming up shortly in the brand new Fortnite story quest, we're gonna get to find out way more about the Wanderer, completing a set of quests known as Beware the Wanderer. We're not sure if the Wanderer himself is gonna be a boss we're gonna get to defeat this season, or if he'll simply just operate as the main antagonist for next season. The only thing we really know for sure, that Hope and the other members of the Underground better figure out a way to defeat him fast before it's too late. Oh, enemy right here. Got one. Got another. Come on, baby. 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 Boom. This dude's a little more sweaty, I think. Come on. Ah! Leave me alone, mate. Leave me alone. Yes! Some of the last enemies right here, boys. You ready? What? I don't know how I missed that guy. I don't know how I missed him. Boom. Now there's just one more enemy remaining. Absolutely no idea where he could possibly be, if I'm being honest. Oh, I see him. I see him. I see him. Let's go close this thing out. What do you say, boys? What do you say? Oh my goodness, he was one shot. There we go. That is a massive victory royale. Wanderer is finally here in Fortnite, and as soon as we're able to finally go up against him and fight him, I'll make sure to let all of you guys know by making a tweet over my official Twitter account at HomeAtGamesYT. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have an absolutely incredible rest of your day. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.